Hello everybody and welcome back to our Fallout 4 playthrough. This is episode number 174. Or 77, sorry. Last time, we did a bunch of trade at Far Harbor. Today we're in Confessor Martin's secret hidey hole where we're going to discover everything we can about the man. No Demo with us. Let's start by stealing his mother icon. And read Sister Gwyneth's visit. Sister Gwyneth came to me last night. She said she'd spend another night thinking as we discussed, but that she cannot unsee what she believes to be the truth, that Adam cannot be real. We talked for the better part of 2 hours, discussing back and forth, reminded her of the gifts of the island, of Adam's blessing, of the messenger seen by her brothers and sisters, of the family that Adam has granted her. That seemed to calm her finally, and she returned to bed. But now dawn comes, and her questions still linger, raised doubts that I have ignored for some time now. I'm left with my own question. Is perhaps Gwyneth wiser than she knows? A new path. Adam above, I've lost them. Tektus screams for blood, and the children cheer. I beg for civility, and they whisper traitor behind my back. And I'm left to wonder what I might have done to deserve you taking them away from me. But in the back of my mind, I know. Waning faith is an untended fire. Fail to care for it, and it cannot be rekindled. Thus here I sit, thinking on embers, trying to summon the courage to do what I know I've put off for too long. So I shall step out that door, and when I do, my life begins anew. But for the first time, O Radiant One, its path is out of your hands. So Confessor Martin abandoned the children. Interesting. Let's play an execution.
Thank you for coming so quickly.
I heard about the execution. I can't believe they killed your missionary, Martin. I'm sorry.
Brother Andrews, a good soul. The fault is mine. If I'd realized things had become so tense in Far Harbor, I would have never let him leave. They blame us for the fog overrunning the town, Dima. And now, the children. It's Tektus. He won't listen. He wants to prepare for war.
Do you believe the others will follow him?
Time was. I would have laughed at such a notion, but now... Andrews was beloved by many. It's brought out the worst in them. Fury, hate. It was tolerable when it was just Tektus. Dima, something must be done.
Exile?
Exodus. I think it's time you and I convinced the citizens of Far Harbor to leave.
You can't be serious.
You know as well as I. They're not meant for this place. The fog grows thicker every year. How long before the condensers are finally overwhelmed? It's not banishment, Dima. It's mercy.
I'm sorry, Martin, but no. They have as much right to be here as you do.
Right. This place is trying to kill them. And now my people are at my throat because of the mess you created by allowing them to stay. And if you can't recognize that, then I suppose there's no reason for you to be here. I think you should go.
Martin, please. This can be solved in other ways.
Get out!
Very well. We'll talk again when you come to your senses.
Clearly, Martin doesn't seem to doesn't see the fact that the people of Far Harbor were there first. Instead, for him, it's just what's best for Confessor Martin, what Adam requires.
I have to say, I'm surprised. I had assumed you and your followers would be more adamantly hunting for the sub's launch key.
I hope we haven't disappointed you too greatly. I'd hate to anger our landlord.
I believe I'll survive. But am I mistaken? Does your god not require you die in a nuclear blast? Is that not why you've taken up in the nucleus?
It's not a transaction, Dima. Adam requires nothing of us. He has granted us a chance to become something greater. To divide our weak, mortal frames and bring life to millions of new worlds. We are simply accepting the opportunity his glow presents, whatever form it may take.
So if you found the launch key, you wouldn't use it?
That I don't know.
Are you afraid?
I'd be mad to say I wasn't, but we've made a home for ourselves here. Friends, a family.
A place you belong.
Exactly. The nucleus. It is a blessing of the truest order. It would be hard to leave such a gift, even if it is for another. But regardless, the key is lost. So, until Adam sees fit to return it, I dare say you're stuck with us.
I believe I'll survive.
Alright, let's trade some of this stuff and get back to Demo. If I can find Nick. I will say I would not want to be a feral ghoul out here. Mind you, I wouldn't want to be a feral ghoul at all, but it's got to be even worse out here. This place is a lot less hospitable than the Commonwealth. Could rat away, but I won't. Yeah.
Unless you're hounding for a green suntan, I suggest we get a move on.
Hey.
I'm all ears. Here's what I've got.
Yeah, I still have a healthy fear of the anglers and gulpers after the fight they put us through on our arrival at Far Harbor. Obviously we're higher level than we were then, but that was still a tough fight. They fought pretty well.
Dima, I recovered the tapes from Martin's hideout.
Excellent. Yes. These look like they'll serve. Let me take a listen. Good to hear his voice. Some grim material to work with. There. No pleasure in twisting the words of an old friend. But I believe Martin would understand. This tape should be sufficient to pique the High Confessor's interest in joining you in the command center. But Tektus is nothing if not wary. Earning his trust before approaching should help guarantee this all plays out more smoothly. You'll then have to dispose of the remains. Old maintenance shaft walls were never terribly well maintained. They should be able to serve your needs. Once you're done, return here and we'll send the replacement on his way. Now, are you ready to begin?
Earn Confessor's trust.
How should I earn Tektus's trust?
Prove your dedication to the family. Help when when they ask. Show that the children and Tektus can rely on you. He'll be less likely to suspect one of his favorites. Now, are you ready to set this plan in motion?
Replacement preparations?
How are the preparations coming along with the replacement?
The initial stages have gone well, though the reduced time frame raises some concerns. But he should be ready by the time the deed is done.
I'm ready.
Then I won't keep you any longer. Here, the tape. The fate of this island rests in our works. What do you think of Acadia, Nick?
Well, living in a scientific observatory wouldn't exactly be high on my list of comfortable spots. At least that fog is far enough below.
I was talking more about our ideals. Synths as their own way of life. Not hiding from what they are.
Kind of easy for you to say that, though, isn't it? You and I, we can't pretend to be anything else.
That just means we're in the perfect position to help our kind. We can be the example in the face of adversity.
I'm not looking to be anyone's example. You help who needs help. It doesn't have to be more than that.
Okay, so let's see what now. Convince the High Confessor to meet with you. See if it can be done quickly. Don't have my Children of Adam robes, but I will have a course's uniform.
Don't get too comfortable. The island's not a safe place. You need to stay on your toes.
Huh. Alright. To the nucleus. Let's listen to Martin's tape first, though.
Listen, children. Tektus' time is over. The nucleus must prepare for a new order. Mine.
Watch yourself out there. Many dangers in the fog.
Let's hear what Tektus is saying.
We're sucking down a lot of rats sticking around here.
Not much I can do about it if we want to gain Tektus's trust. Kinda have.
Brother.
What's up with your hair falling out due to radiation exposure?
Adam has laid a path for us all. You need only look for the signs.
You look like a far Harborian. Were you once one? Put it from your mind. You would do well to remember you live among the blessed children of the nucleus now, child. The ways of your former family hold no sway here. Are you truly so eager to abandon what Adam has given us? To skirt your responsibility to him in this land he has claimed for you? Division will still be ours. We must simply be patient in its pursuit. So put from your mind the vessel's holy bombs for now. Instead, focus on the gifts Adam has provided and consider ways you can show him your gratitude. Tektus. Mate must be a decent manipulator.
I know that you can hear me. Please.
The vessel. Inside the submarine itself, huh? This must be his private sanctum.
You walk through hallowed halls.
You're being affected by rads. They eat away at your brain. Whew. Lots of rads, huh?
Have you finished your prayers already?
I don't pray. Soontir Fel ain't no religious man. Hi, Confessor Tektus. Nice hat.
Hey.
I'd heard whispers of a new convert. Welcome, brother. How does it feel to take your place among Adam's chosen?
We need to make sure to be as happy as possible to sway him into a false sense of security. Adam's chosen?
Adam's chosen?
This place, the nucleus, the island, Adam has claimed it all. For us, his chosen. All but one blasted corner. You've been to Far Harbor, yes? Seen its barriers against Adam's holy fog? Its citizens' blasphemous refusal to vacate what is clearly his domain? What would you do with such a place?
Destroy it. But is Far Harbor that bad?
Is Far Harbor really that bad?
Yes, brother, they are. For years, my predecessor begged for peace, while Far Harbor fortified their bastion of heresy. We tried to help them, to bring them Adam's light. Many of our brethren ended up dying for it. But now that I am High Confessor, that time is over. All Adam's foes, whether Far Harbor cowering behind their precious condensers, or that ancient robot hiding away his memories within our very home, they will come to recognize Adam as the sole master of this island. But it is only through unity that we can succeed. Adam requires devotion from all his children. Embrace that, and you will do well here. Now, was there anything you required?
Show the mother icon.
I found this icon. The Grand Zealot said you'd be interested in seeing it.
Is that the mother? So the whispers were true. You saw the mother of the fog. Many of Adam's children spend their whole lives wishing for such a boon. It would seem he expects great things from you, child. As will I. Now, was there anything else?
Yes. Dima's tape.
I recovered a holotape. Confessor Martin is planning to come back and take over. We should come up with a plan, but not here. The command center tunnels should be far enough away from the rest of the children.
Martin, it can't. Play it. I want to hear that coward's voice.
Let's play it.
Listen, children. Tektus' time is over. The nucleus must prepare for a new order. Mine.
I can't believe it. He's alive. None of the other children can know about this. The command center, you said. I'll ensure we aren't disturbed.
Yes, High Confessor.
That old robot living in the observatory has been aiding Far Harbor, heretic.
Huh. They hate him, don't they? Alright, well, let's head back to the command center. We will dispose of
Get out of here.
Tektus in the next episode. Thank you all for watching.
The faithless must be punished. Adam's chosen must bring judgment to his enemies.
I hope you all have
Professor's
enjoyed.
word is the word of Adam. Remember that.
For Harborian Annie. And I will see you all in the next one when we hopefully eliminate the High Confessor cleanly.